Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Some hours ago, days back, Ima Powerful had told the Southeasterners, Biafrans as a whole, that there will be only one day sit at home. Subsequent days, people are to move around their various duties. And of course, there was a counter also from another group saying it has to be 18, 19, 23 days sit at home. Well, as we speak, it looks like it has begun already in several states, several parts of Southeast. Enugu, for one, is witnessing quite a lot of pandemonium. Before we go into the news proper to find out exactly what UGM are doing right now, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Well, it looks like the UGM numbering over 20 as at early hours of Monday morning moved against a commercial arena of Obolo Afo in Udene local government area of Enugu State, where it was gathered that they moved against a Sienna bus belonging to Udenu local government area neighborhood watch, smashing its windscreens in the process. They came in many motorcycles, narrates Nicodemus Ugo, an Okada rider. They operated for over 30 minutes unchallenged. They were unmasked as well. No policeman challenged them. Even though the police were alerted, there was actually a stampede. When our correspondent visited the scene, Nnamdi had already returned following the deployment of military operatives who were seen patrolling the area. These guys who did this fled through Benue borders, an eyewitness added. However, the prosperous Obolafo was a ghost of itself as traders abandoned the area for their safety. The indigenous people of Biafra had earlier cancelled Monday sit-at-home orders it earlier declared to press home the release of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is being tried over alleged jumping of bail and running an organization and also on treasonable felony. Despite the cancellation, business activities have remained at their lowest ebb in Southeast on Mondays, as there have been cases of moving against people, bringing down people, and even looting on Mondays across the 5 Southeast states. And in another news, in the same Obolafo, it was also gathered that there was confusion in Obolafo, the headquarters of Udene local government area, Enugu State, as hoarded. This time around, some guys were hoarded. They covered their faces. Hoarded UGM enforcing the suspended sit-at-home order being made by Biafra, suspended Ipob sit-at-home order, attacked or went against residents in early hours of today. Well, the hoarded UGM who came into the commercial town on motorcycles were seen beating up traders who had opened up shop for business. Other residents were seen scampering for safety as the hoodlums chased them down with whips. A tricycle was also burnt by these hoodlums. It was also learned that members of Udenu Central Neighborhood Watch took to their heels on sighting the UGM. A Sienna car belonging to the group was destroyed in the process. One of the traders said that he had a close shove with the UGM, said he was yet to recover from the incident. They had so many instruments and with which they dispersed people. They didn't go against anybody. Their faces were covered. I'm still shaking from the shock, according to the eyewitness. I thought they would actually come against me since my shop was open as at the time they passed. Later on, I heard they were beating some people and asking them to go back home. Another eyewitness said that a military team arrived at the town around 8:30 a.m. and is currently patrolling it to ensure that normalcy is returned. A lot of reactions have trailed this. We're going to take a cross-section of this. Don't forget that Ima Powerful, at one of his press release, has said that there still stands the cancellation of sit-at-home order, except for just one day. But it looks like there are those who have made up their mind to enforce it, whether the indigenous people of Biafra likes it or not. Well, this one here is saying people who want to own a country using iron fist to coerce citizens to fall in line. Only God knows what such a country would look like. And that person replied, yes, freedom fighting is not a democratic process, but autocracy, okay? And that person replied, angels don't help you people. I don't understand what he's trying to say. This one here say, leave Igbos and their struggles for freedom. Follow your own road and face your front. This one here is saying, they are contradicting themselves. This one here is saying, Igbo and their wahala upon themselves. Okay, but generally speaking, from all indication, they want sit-at-home enforced, and it looks like sit-at-home may also continue being enforced for that number of days that Ima Powerful insists that it is being cancelled. And don't forget also, at some point, Ima Powerful had assured Southeasterners living in South is that they've noticed that people, a lot of miscreants or hoodlums are committing a lot of crime using their name. Okay, they say they want to, change the narrative, that if proper care is not taken, they may have to deploy or rather redeploy their men that are stationed in the bushes. That's a Eastern Security Network, proper ESN. They may likely withdraw them and see how they can restore sanity back into villages, towns, and all that. But obviously, from all indication, these guys are not at top. They have made up their mind that sit-at-home will take effect come every Monday. I do not know how Ima Powerful and Ipob is planning, to see how they can, correct this. Because giving out two instructions, one says sit at home, another says don't sit at home, go out, it's quite contradicting and conflicting. And so that the people themselves will not pay the ultimate price for obeying one group and disobeying the other group. So there has to be some sort of synergy, unanimous agreement between those who are sitting at home or those who are giving the order of sit at home and those who are already suspended or who have already suspended the sit at home order. So I feel that all of them should come together and let them see how they can solve this issue once and for all, or else the people are going to pay the ultimate price by disobeying, because it may seem as if they are disobeying a group and obeying the other group. What if the other group feels insulted that they have been disobeyed? Look at what happened now, where even a neighborhood watch had to leave their vehicle. A whole vigilante created by the government of Enugu had to leave their vehicle because this one is not child's play. How many? There are only one. Probably they have a few inside the car, and just one vehicle and over 20 bikes. They don't used to do quote and unquote. You don't do James Bond with one life. You just live it properly. And now if security agencies can take to their heels, is it the traders that will not take to their heels? Now they tried opening shops every Monday. The next Monday you may likely see total shutdown because nobody will want to lose their wares, and ultimately nobody will want to lose their life. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your take on what